smile. This time, hey! Feel like I'm in a red light district.
What's going on, General?
Just good, man.
Everything all right? Welcome. I gotta say, first of all, man, how did you get the name Bunji Garlin? Where did that come from?
Well, that's a long story. Shorten it, no. Let me shorten it. All right, so I took Bunji when I was trying to find one of the most unique names that no one else could be close to. So I took Bunji from the action of the bungee rope.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It's like a bungee jump.
Right.
All right.
So the rope is, the further down you pull it,
Right.
the higher it goes on release.
Oh, wicked.
So I just put that to myself.
So this is deep.
Yeah, so the further down you try to pull me, when you release, the higher I go. Right, good. Garlin is, of course, some of the West Indians use the word Garlin.
Right.
But the word is actually Galil,
Right.
which is a military weapon. It's about this size. And it's the damage it does for its size.
Wow.
Right? So I'm not, like LeBron and them tall. But when I hit stage,
Right.
I'm a giant right there.
That's
You
what's
see?
up.
So I
That's
just
what's up.
joined the two, Bunji Garlin.
It's a powerful name.
Yes, man.
It's a very powerful name.
I am extremely excited because I've been stalking this guy for like the last, 6 months, and I finally have him in studio with me, none other than the Soca Viking himself, Bunji Garlin.
Hello.
How you doing?
Very good.
So first off, let me say congratulations because you are the first Trini to win a Soul Train Award.
Yes, thank you very much.
That's
yes.
huge.
Yeah.
Your boy Papa Keith with Bunji Garlin having a real in-depth conversation.
You have come out with so much music. But what is it about this song? Because this song took off. Like, this is taking you to a whole nother level. You have it playing, like, all over the country.
Yeah. I guess everyone has their own opinion of why the song took off like that. My opinion is because of the approach I took. I'm normally known for, like, compacted and compiled lyrical content, fast flow. This one, we slowed it right down, and there's a lot of space in the song that no matter where you're from in the world, if you hear it for the first time, you can actually start singing along with it.
Don't you think it's part of Trini's fault or Soca people's fault?
That is the point I'm getting
Because
at.
just from my perspective, like my parents are Trini, and I grew up in Brooklyn, so I grew up hip hop,
Right.
Soca, everything. So it was a little different for me. I always felt, even back then, that I was so proud to be a Trini. I got tattooed Trini map on my arm, but I was always felt by Trinis to feel like, oh, you's a Yankee, like I was not a part. Although I wanted to be a part of my culture because I thought it was so rich, so amazing.
Yeah.
So I almost felt like with soca music, it's like, here we have soca music, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. And you're turning your back to the world with this amazing music and culture and not allowing them to embrace it like maybe the Jamaicans and other people.
That is exactly what I was getting at. We have this attitude, this is mine attitude. And of course, anything that you hug and try to keep to yourself will remain to yourself. I always say that. And that thing you said just now is a very important. You know that even though you're born to Trinidadian parents, but you want to be a part of what is going on home.
Right.
But people back home is like, you're not from here.
Right.
Right? And that's not only at Trinidad, that's a West Indian region thing from my observation. It happens right up the island. And that is one of our main faults for our music. One of the other things that affect our music, getting out there too. You cannot have, there's no way in the world, in no part of the world, in my mind, you could have basically 800 to 1,000 artists existing. And every one of these artists want to sing the exact same song, the exact same way, the exact same speed, dedicated to the exact same thing. No, by the third song or by the fourth person, it's going to get boring, and you don't want to hear the rest. Right? Even if there's variations. And I mean, we're so in love with what we have, Carnival and that festival. We dedicate everything to that moment and forget that the world continues to spin.
Yeah, it's not,
after that time
not
is past,
seasonal. Yeah.
right? And then we have this thing about us as a people as well too. Give, especially Trinidadians, give us a chance. We want everything free. We want everything free. We don't want to pay for anything. And our music suffered a lot from that. No one wanted to take time. Not much people wanted to take the time to do legal purchasing of our music as our own people. So when we trying to sell it to the world outside, and we expect them to pay attention, and when they look in and see, wait, you want me to put my money here, but your people not even putting their own money here. So why should I put my money there?
And unfortunately, that's how it works.
Right? And that's how it works. We're in the age of numbers and statistics, and that's what we have to deal with.
But it's, you know what is weird to me, because there are other soca artists, which we will not name anybody, but have like slower songs and it's just not working for them.
I think too because of the content of the song. Even though it is a soca track, the melodies we used, the chords that we decided to use was not necessarily what we would call happy chords, which is like the major chords. We did the minor chords, which is the more emotional chords. Is usually you find those chords a lot in alternative music, alternative rock, sometimes even R&B and stuff like that. When you have music like sounding like that, it tends to, pull at some strings and tap on your nerves. And to add to that, the fact that the song was a soca song, but it wasn't about carnival, or it had nothing to do with, the typical whining and put your hands in the air. It told a story.
Bunji Garlin in the studio with your boy Papa Keith, man. We having an amazing conversation right now about soca music, his career, moving forward, where he came from.
We always want to fuss when BET have the awards and they have a special segment with Beanie Man and Elephant Man. And everyone on Twitter and Facebook, it's time to have this one and that one and that. Yeah, it's time to have all of us. It's time to have anybody there. But are the people willing to support to see it reach there?
Right.
Because we could put out the material, but if no one support the movement, then what sense it makes? And that's the battle we're facing right now.
Wow.
Your name?
Ian Antonio Alvarez.
Obviously you have Spanish background.
Yeah.
Do you speak Spanish?
No, not one word. Hola.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I didn't know what your real name was until recently.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I wonder if you speak Spanish.
No.
What is your relationship with some of the other artists?
Some good, some not good. Some will never be good. Some will develop over time, and so naturally, as in any environment, But that's not really my focus. We always, while that happens, and we welcome the opportunity when it comes to, better situation or whatever the case may be, under God's guidance, we constantly keep the focus on what's next with our mission. Because what we do could affect everyone else in the industry, just as whatever else they do could affect anyone else in the industry. Every artist in our industry has that power. Some just didn't realize it as yet. And the moment we all recognize that we have this power that we could affect and cause change to everyone else's life involved in the circle, it's going to be better for all of us.
Like, I played that song over and over because I was determined to learn the lyrics. Like, over and over and over until I knew them.
You could just send a message, read the email with the lyrics.
So because this works so well, is this what you're going to try to start doing more of? Like this formula?
Well, what's next for Bunji Garlin?
I don't want to say that I want to stick to this formula because Differentology is done and it has done what it's supposed to do. I think our journey, and when I say our, because not only myself, but Fair Lions as well, as we represent the band Asylum Vikings. I think our goal, from what I observed for the last year, is to now try to do the music that we have known for probably close to a century or more. What other way is there to do it that it hasn't been done already? It is time now we try something different. So it is at the point where, as artists, myself and Fair, we understand our roles. We may not necessarily go down the road of where Differentology went, but there are so many other avenues now. For example, Fair has a song called Catch Me, which was produced by Richie Beretta, which is like EDM, pop soca, but it is so different to what everyone knows. The song already has started its own journey throughout the world. There now we see a clue of what we should do. So we may not necessarily have to take away the content in terms of the essence of the celebrating and the way we like to party and stuff in Trinidad and Tobago. But maybe if we tell the story different, then we could get some different audiences. So I know when I go on stage, I'm not the type of artist to have a million props behind me or supporting acts or to be in the constant hand in the air frenzy. I am more of a lyricist. Yes. So I put my concentration and build that. Fian, as a female in the industry, she has an approach to the stage, what she likes to call, is not a pink approach. We call it the black approach. Right. She has a what we call a masculine approach to the stage. So when she goes to the stage, she doesn't necessarily have to present sexiness, right? I mean, if you're sexy already, you're sexy already. You don't need to oversell it.
Right.
And I remember hearing her say one thing at one time that will always stick with me. She said, when she reached the age of 50 or 60, and she get the special call to come and do a special performance at 60, she must be able to just put on a jeans or a dress or whatever else and rock the place the same way, as opposed to these females who want to dress in all the skimpiest now. And when they get old and their skin starts sagging, you can't wear that skimpy outfit on stage and it's sagging at that age, right?
Don't let me die.